So the other day, I downloaded this app on my phone. There's like a window. What is... Oh,
Are small animals that live together in an ancient symbiotic relationship with tiny plant-like algae.
it may sound like I'm just watching a video, but when I open the app, my camera turns on. And when I move my phone around my room, videos and graphics start to pop up. This is augmented reality. It allows you to see graphics within your surroundings.
Because so much sea life lives in coral reef habitats, they are known as the rainforests of the ocean.
So now, above my desk, there's this picture frame with the ocean in it. And outside the frame, there are all these buttons. I click on one, and through my phone, it looks like my room is overrun with coral reefs. And there's a guide who tells me all about what I'm seeing.
Coral reefs are vanishing at an alarming rate.
The corals I'm looking at aren't like the brightly colored ones you see in photos luring you to some tropical island vacation. They're white and pale because they're dead. Looking at them, it seems obvious. But apparently spotting dead coral in the ocean isn't that easy if you don't know what to look for. That's actually one of the things that made Erica Woolsey want to create these virtual experiences.
I remember diving on a degraded reef, being brought to tears, crying inside my dive mask, and coming back up to the surface. And a lot of the crew, the dive team, were talking about how they saw this or that fish and, focusing on the positives, but I realized they didn't even notice that the reef was degraded.
Woolsey is a marine scientist and a visiting scholar at Stanford's Virtual Human Interaction Lab. She's also the co-founder and CEO of The Hydrus, a nonprofit whose mission is to literally bring ocean science to the people.
I noticed that even in the less than a decade amount of time I was studying these places, they would change dramatically.
And she realized that with advances in technology, she could replicate the experience of feeling like you're actually in the water, not just looking at it on a screen.
Virtual immersive reality gives you the superpowers of time travel, teleportation, and shape-shifting. So how would you use these powers to solve a problem? And what if that problem was global climate change?
So Woolsey and her team designed lots of different experiences that kind of make it feel like you have a superpower. Remember the augmented reality experience I tried out? Well, Hydrus also has completely immersive virtual experiences, like stepping into your own personal documentary.
You look around and you're underwater in Palau, for instance, and you see manta rays and you see a coral reef, and I'm there as your dive guide, and you might hear some narration as well. And if you turn your head, the world turns with you.
And you don't need a fancy headset to be there with her. At the beginning, she was just using a $15 cardboard viewer and a smartphone to give people a 360-degree view of an underwater world.
I had never had that level of interest and curiosity, which is, I think, how you spark a scientific mind, but also how you spark that care and that desire to protect something.
The first step is getting that feeling of complete awe and wonder. With virtual and augmented experiences, seeing is believing, which can lead to a much deeper understanding of what's at stake as the climate and our oceans change. For Philosophy Talk, I'm Shireen Adil.